Hi, it's Chris. Thanks for joining us today. And together we're going to try and figure out how to keep that tree from falling down and making sure all those lights stay nice and bright so you have a wonderful holiday season. So one of the first things we want to take in consideration is the location of the tree. In talking about location, some of the things you have to consider are some of the outside factors that are going to impact your tree, such as heat sources, baseboard heaters, fireplaces, maybe it's directly in line with a window and you're going to get direct sunlight on it, all of which are going to cause your tree, if it's a real tree, to dry out sooner than you would like to see it happen. If it's an artificial tree, those factors aren't quite as much of a concern. So if your tree is a natural tree, you'll be putting lights on it, of course, and you have many options. You have incandescent lighting, you also have LED lights. So yeah, you'll want to inspect your lights just to make sure that they have the tag on it that says that they're UL approved, as well as a good time to just run your hands along the lights and make sure that there's no cracks or splits in the wiring. Your choice as to whether you use incandescent or LED is completely up to yourself. LEDs use a little bit less electricity and they run a little cooler. So now we want to talk about securing your tree. You've found your location, you've decided on your tree, you know that it's a safe tree, you've got your lighting all set in place. Now you want to make sure that it doesn't fall over. Securing the tree becomes really important when you think about the amount of ornaments you're putting on your tree, the size of your tree. If you have it in a corner, you're going to be typically loading up the tree with ornaments along the front three sides, which all adds weight to it, which is going to want to pull your tree forward. So you really want to give some thought towards securing your tree, and that can be as simple as simply attaching a hook to the wall and either using a fine string, or if it's a monster tree, you may even want to use a light chain. But securing your tree gives you the peace of mind that you're not going to have a sad Christmas. So one of the challenges you'll face if you like to have your tree in front of a window so it can be seen from outside as well as inside is, how do I secure it? One of the options that's out there is a hook, something similar to this. It basically uses an adhesive backing that will stick to your glass window. At the end of the season, this type of hook is very easily removed and does not leave any mark on your window. The next thing we should talk about is actually providing power to your tree lights. For safety purposes, it's recommended that you don't leave your lights on when you're away from home or through the night when everybody in the house is asleep. There's many options for doing that, either turning them off before you retire or leave the home, or you can make use of various different styles of timers that you can set a schedule for, so your tree lights or outdoor lights come on when you want and turn off when you need them to. One of your options for a timer for your lights is a mechanical timer, such as this one, where you can program when you want it to turn on and when you want to turn off. For your outdoor lights, there's an option for this sort of timer, which actually uses a photocell that'll turn your lights on as the sun goes down. You're able to program the amount of hours that you want your lights to be on for, so that after that time has been reached, the lights will turn off and you have the peace of mind of not having to worry about it. So in talking about extension cords for your outdoor lights or your Christmas tree inside, you'll want to make sure that you have a cord that is polarized, and you'll know that by looking at the receptacle end of it, and you will see that there is a longer slot and a narrower slot. This allows your cord set to be connected properly to your outlet and to your lights, and if you were to do it any other way, you will find that your lights may not actually come on. As well, you have the same setup for your outdoor lights with that same polarization type of receptacle, and in this case, because it's outdoor, it's a 3-prong plug necessary in order to make sure you're properly grounded. A power bar is also recommended for connecting your tree lights in your home. A power bar gives you surge protection and a nice, easy, convenient way to turn off all the sets of lights at one time. One of the other real cool options that's out there today is the outlet that you can actually turn on and off with an app on your phone. So you can tell it what hours to come on and off automatically. But it also has a manual control in which you can turn your lights on or off. So in most cases, when it comes to this time of year and you're digging out your Christmas lights, this is how they generally come out of the box you keep them stored in. Half them are lit, half them are not. So today we want to show you how to troubleshoot your light set and get them all working properly so you can put them on your tree. This may be a surprise to many, but times when your lights aren't working properly, there's actually a fuse inside the cord set that may be giving you the problem. So I don't know how many times you would have looked at the plug, but hidden inside that are the actual fuses for your light set. And all you really need is just a small little screwdriver, insert it into a slot and push forward. And the secret door opens, and inside are your 2 fuses. So now that we have the fuse out, we want to test it. There's 2 ways of testing it. One is if you have access to what they call a multimeter. Using that meter, we're just going to come down to our fuse and touch both ends. And if the fuse is good, it'll make a sound. Now there is another tool on the market that allows you to test your fuses, and it's this one. And you simply have to take the fuse, set it into this slot, and it makes a sound and the light comes on telling you the fuse is good. So now that you've determined that the fuse is bad and needs to be replaced, the question is, where do I find these fuses? Well, in most light sets when you buy them new, they come with this little bag, and if you look closely you'll see that there's actually one of the spare fuses in the bag. Hang on to that, and if you do need it, just a matter of remove it from the bag and reinsert it into the cord set, and you'll be back up and running. If you think your bulb is bad, you have the option of just replacing it with a new bulb into your cord set and see if your lights come on. Or if you have this tool, you're able to just simply take the bulb, press it into the tester, and if the bulb is good, it'll light up. Some cases, when you have a bad bulb and you replace it and the lights still do not come on, it may be because that has been a bad shunt, and that has to be reset. And that reset can be done with a tool such as this. It's an easy process. You insert the tool onto the bulb, and you'll see now that the lights are coming on, and you simply pull the trigger and it should reset the shunt. Thanks for joining us for today's video. I hope that you found it helpful now that your tree is well secured and all your lights are shining brightly. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe.